Well, what do we have here? More than 300 stunning and brave newspapers joined the Boston Globe's effort on freedom of the press editorials. Well, I wonder why that may be. Is it because Donald Trump is attacking freedom of the press? Is that what they're going to claim? Imagine my shock. Yes, that's exactly what they're claiming. Basically, the Boston Globe and 300 other publications joined together and wrote these editorials, quote, promoting the freedom of the press in light of President Trump's frequent attacks on the media. Yeah, it's because you guys suck. You lie, misrepresent, editorialize, and opinionate everything. And of course, you also print fake news. And the First Amendment allows shit to be slung both ways. The Boston Globe can criticize Trump, and Trump can criticize the Boston Globe. He can say CNN sucks, CNN can say Trump sucks. It's a two-way fucking street. I don't understand why we have to make it out that, oh, he's attacking freedom of the press because he says CNN sucks. No, he fucking isn't. You guys still have the same freedoms you've had for, past, fucking like 100 years. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is that you guys are losing viewership, losing money, and can't handle a little bit of criticism, and effective criticism, might I add. The Globe Initiative comes amid the president's repeated verbal attacks on journalists. Oh my god, verbal attacks, how awful. That's taking away their freedom. It isn't. Spoiler alert. Calling mainstream press organizations fake news and the enemy of the American people. See, I'm perfectly fine with fake news because they do print fake news and they live up to that, creating confirmation bias. The enemy of the American people is one that I'm not gonna lie, I'm not fully on board with calling them that. But I question that every day because they aren't out for the people. They're not reporting on what's happening. They're spinning stuff to push a narrative for money or for the CIA's bidding. And look up Operation Mockingbird if you think that sounds like a conspiracy. There was a time when the CIA was buying journalists to spin things and push a narrative that was positive for the military industrial complex and the CIA. This isn't a fucking conspiracy. This shit happened. It's probably happening right now. It's just they're more quiet about it. Tensions came to boil in early August when senior reporter Jim Acosta walked out a press briefing after White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders refused to refute Trump's enemy of the people comments. That's because Jim Acosta's a fucking cock. You know? Walking out of a press briefing, this is the most fucking, like, crybaby, drama queen, look at me, I'm Jim Acosta, I'm a celebrity, move you could ever make. The guy's a fucking cuck. He's not a journalist. He's everything wrong with journalism. He deliberately interrupts Trump when Trump is calling on other journalists to act like Trump isn't answering his questions. He called on Trump once during one thing where they were in a big room and he was all the way in the back. Everybody was clapping and he's asking a question. And then he says, oh, Trump didn't respond. Well, yeah, because he couldn't fucking hear you. It's a deliberate stunt. You, Jim Acosta, are fake news. You, Jim Acosta, are everything wrong with the media today. He is literally the journalist I disdain the most out of all of them. We're not the enemy of the people, Majority Pitchard, deputy managing editor of the Globe's opinion page, told AP last week. Oh, stunning and brave. The Globe's request could announce the, quote, dirty war against free press has been prompted by industry groups such as the American Society of News Editors, blah, 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 blah. Oh, just wonderful. You all journalists are like, it's almost like you're a protected class. It's almost like you're a class of, an elitist class, might I add. You're an elitist class that's acting like, all together. Even though you guys are technically, competitors, you're all acting together because you have a vested interest here, a common interest here, which is to retain your relevancy and influence, which you are losing to the internet and to average people and to independent media like this channel right here. And you can't stand it. Oh my god. He called the media fake, 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 disgusting news. Because it fucking is. That's the thing. You guys are just awful when you print fake news all the time, and either the retractions on page 2000, or you don't even retract it at all. And you're oh, journalists make mistakes, but yeah, you guys do all the fucking time, and you get away with it. But when Trump does it, it's like a scandal every day. Whatever happened to the free press? Whatever happened to the honest reporting? Yeah, what the fuck happened to it? They don't report it. They only make up stories. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, the only actual reporting that's done where people go on the fucking ground, talk to people, and report on events is done by two things. Local news, so like your Channel 3, Channel 6, Channel 10, CBS, ABC, those folks, they do actual fucking reporting, or the AP. Those are the only two people that do actual reporting. Local stations and the AP. Everybody else at CNN and Fox News, they take stuff from the AP, rewrite it, editorialize it, spin it, and push a narrative. That's all they do. They don't do any fucking work. They just sit at a computer and retype shit. And the people you see on TV are just hacks. They're sitting in their glass castle. They're out of touch elitists just reading a teleprompter and giving their opinion. They don't do shit. They are useless hacks. And I say that as somebody that loves what real journalists do and what, real reporting does. Because you can literally take down a president like Watergate. You can uncover hundreds of priests, or maybe it was thousands, I already forget, abusing children in Boston, like in the movie Spotlight, which is obviously based on a true event. That shit changes shit, and it's because you do fucking journalism. This whole Russia conspiracy nonsense isn't journalism. You guys are predicting stuff. You're saying, oh, Trump may have colluded. Oh, he could have done this. He could have said that. And many times you guys have found to be fucking wrong on that. Like the stuff they said about Comey was wrong. Enough of that. But let's go move on to a more local paper here. This is what's interesting. Even the Centre Daily Times, which is a local paper to the Penn State area, had a fucking opinion piece on this too. End your war of words on our free press. Well, the fucking irony in this. I know I added war of words, but I think that was what they said in one of their Facebook posts. But end your war on our free press. Like, I know this is the opinion section, but that's fucking editorialization as it gets. Like, that's what people are complaining about. The spin. The smear. The slander. It's awful. President Donald Trump has viewed an unfamiliar perilous territory with his unceasing assault on the free press and the First Amendment. Oh no! Like they sound like crybabies. Of course, the irony of Trump's attacks on the sick and vicious and very dishonest people in the fake news media he accuses of purveying. Yes, the fake news is that he himself is a product of the New York tabloids. CNN is the biggest tabloid in the fucking planet. Have you watched them? All they fucking do is sensationalize everything. Everything's a scandal. Everything is, this big awful thing. I mean, you guys talked about for weeks how Melania disappeared for 26 days. You acted like she was fucking missing in action. Like, oh my god, maybe Trump had an affair and she's pissed at Trump. Oh my god, Melania might have left Trump. No, she just had fucking surgery. Like, if you guys had done your job and done fucking reporting, you would know that. But no, you don't. You do everything for clicks, views, and fucking gossip. It's terrible. And all of this is free speech. Everything right here that he says is free fucking speech. So stop acting like it's an all-out assault on the free press and the First Amendment. This is the definition of the First fucking Amendment. You hacks. How do you not know this? Either it's because you are genuinely stupid and do not understand the First Amendment, or you fucking don't want your viewership and influence to disappear because you have hardly any of it left. You're losing it to alternative media and the people that are just doing, like they're at a Trump ride and they're recording shit on their phone, posting on Twitter, the average Joe reporter. You're losing to that and you don't like it. I know you don't because you're losing money and you're losing viewership and you're trying to find a way to get it back. And it's not fucking working. People have rejected you because you have burned your credibility. This is all on you guys. This is not Trump. He didn't start this. You guys burned your own fucking credibility. But today, the consequence of this president's perpetual battle against journalists. See, they always frame it as a war, a battle, like it's some fierce, like physical, dramatic thing. He's just giving you shit back. Against journalists extends far beyond the gossip pages. And the enemies, see, they're all bringing in fucking Jim Acosta, as big as cuck. and biggest celebrity wannabe. The guy's a crybaby and he's not a journalist. Yes, he does go on the ground and he does fucking ask questions, but he does it in a way to smear and to get attention and to further his career. He's not doing it for the, honestly, out of the good of his heart, to ask honest questions and to get answers. That's not his intention. His intentions are bad. Oh god, I can't finish this. Oh my god, they're connecting it to this. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And as real as the threat of physical violence is, especially after the murder of our colleagues, like you give a shit about them, in Annapolis, Maryland, and Trump's aggressive posture toward First Amendment. Whoa, is this even more? Dude, did you do any fucking reporting on that? That was nothing related to what anything Trump said about the fucking press. It was somebody that had a grudge, like a 20-year grudge against the paper, and he fucking went apeshit one day. It has nothing to do with that. Stop creating a false fucking connection. You guys are starting to sound like conspiracy theorists. But wait, you want to shut those people down, don't you? We'll get to that in a second. Oh my god. It's just it's so weak and pathetic on their part. And they have to bring up fucking Nixon. Oh my god. Berates CNN photographer. I bet he wasn't showing the crowds. I bet that's what was happening there. You fucking hacks. But what's this? This is a shocker right here. Based LA Times. The LA Times is not participating in today's nationwide editorial page protest against Trump's attacks on the press. Here's why. It's almost like we have a dissident here. I'm impressed, genuinely. But these are the ones that are projecting Trump to do a lot better in the polls. So they have a little more credibility in my view. The LA Times decided not to participate. There will be no free press editorial on our page today. Interesting. It's not because we don't believe President Trump is engaged in a cynical demagogic. I don't even think they know what that word means. I do, but they don't. An unfair assault on our industry. Okay, fair criticism, but I still think it's ridiculous criticism. He has, and we have written about it on our numerous occasions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you guys are still kind of cucks. I take back what I said. But Brennan reports his lies. He apparently hopes to discredit Trump. They discredit their fucking selves. He's not trying to silence anyone. You guys have lost your audience, okay? And like I said, he hasn't taken away a single freedom of the press. You still have the same fucking freedoms that you always have. Stop pandering to the lowest minority here. You're pandering to these people that read your paper who are minority now. It's fucking awful. And you're pandering to people who think they can't think for themselves. It's disgusting. So, LA Times not base. Apologies. But they don't get outraged over this. They get outraged over Trump's attacks on the, quote, free press, which they aren't. They're just criticisms framed in a humorous and effective way. But they don't get fucking up in arms when Antifa literally attacks a reporter. He's literally attacking the free press. Like, he's preventing him from doing his job of reporting. But NBC didn't give a shit about their own report. No, they threw him under the fucking bus. They didn't mention it after showing fucking footage of the Unite the Right 2 rally. I'm not going to play this due to time, but you'll see, that was because there's a stupid ad, but you'll see that they don't talk about it. It's just like, oh, that's what happened, but they don't even fucking show it. But there is video here of the NBC reporter getting attacked by Antifa. That sounds a lot worse than anything Trump said, and as you see, he's hitting his camera. That's kind of attacking the free press fucking literally. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about them. But they don't talk about that, do they? Oh, it's Trump's mean words that are the real issue here. And at the same time, they're not standing up for the free press at all, in terms of standing with Alex Jones. Here is CNN openly lobbying for InfoWars to be banned. Facebook touts fight on fake news, but struggles to explain why InfoWars isn't banned. What are you suggesting there, CNN, that we should ban InfoWars? Holy fucking shit. And if you want to hold them to the standard of getting rid of fake news, well, if you want to really hold them that standard, then I guess we gotta get rid of CNN too, right? They said some things that are fake. Oh, but Infowars is the one we really gotta go after because they're competition. That's why. Yeah, really standing up for free press, CNN. And they didn't stand up for Alex Jones after he was banned from Facebook, Spotify, Apple, uh, and YouTube. They didn't stand up for him then, did they? No, they don't stand for free press. They stand for them fucking selves, for money, and for views. And they don't stand up for WikiLeaks either, as you'll see right here in this infamous clip.
Also interesting to remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media.
Oh, here we go. Like I said, they think they're a fucking protected class. It's different for the media. Oh, we can read these things too. They're stolen illegal classified documents, but we can fucking read them because we're the press. No, there's no fucking difference. You're still a fucking citizen of this country. Everybody is entitled to the same freedoms. You guys don't get a pass because you're some fucking protected class here. Jesus. And when you get classified documents, it's okay. But when Julian Assange gets them, oh, he's a traitor, they should be thrown in jail. Double standard much.
Everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
Holy shit. Man. No, you do learn it from fucking Julian Assange and WikiLeaks Twitter, but you're just learning it from CNN.
Full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means. Joining us now.
Oh shit. Dude, you're the worst. I can't take him seriously. But meanwhile, there was also no outrage when the United States Department of Justice, under the fucking Obama administration, was subpoenaing phone records from the AP, Fox News, and their reporter James Rosen. Um, no outrage then when the government was literally getting access to personal emails and phone records of journalists. Isn't that attacking the free press much? Isn't it, CNN? Didn't see you outraged then, did I? Because Obama's our guy, right? And let's not forget the case too of Cheryl Atkinson, who is says that she's been hacked by possibly the Department of Justice and other government sources, and basically spied on her. But no outrage over that. No, they fire her from wherever she worked. I think she worked at CBS. Yeah, CBS. And no outrage here. But we're really, Donald Trump and his mean words are the real threat to freedom of the press, right? And to prove my point that the mainstream media has lied and has printed fake news, here is a very good list by the GOP. Trump tweeted this out of the 2017 Fake News Awards. And these are all legit. They're all fake news. It's not, oh, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. No, this is fucking fake news. It's true. They're 100% accurate here on calling them out. Number one, Paul Krugman in the New York Times says that markets will never recover from Trump. Dow's hit record high. Yeah, about that. The economy's doing quite well. We're at 4.1% GDP, the stock market's at record highs, unemployment's at record lows, but it's never going to recover. ABC's Brian Ross chokes and sends market in a downward spiral with false report. I actually forget what this one was about. He said something about the Russia thing that was totally false. I think it might have been the Flynn thing that Flynn was going to say that that Trump and Russia collude or something. I forget what it was, but you can check that out. CNN falsely reported Kennedy Donald Trump's son Don Jr. had access to hacked documents for WikiLeaks. Yeah, I remember that one. Totally untrue. This is my fucking favorite. When President Trump first went into office, the Time report falsely reported that President Trump had removed the bust of Martin Luther King Jr. from the Oval Office. It's still fucking there. He just moved it, and somebody was standing in front of it. And these are all mainstream outlets. This isn't Breitbart. This isn't Infowars. These are fucking big names. Look here, Washington Post falsely reported that Trump's massive sold-out rally in Pensacola, Florida, was emptied. The Science reporter showed pictures of empty arena hours before the crowd started pouring in. See, deliberately printing fake news. Packed to the rafters during these mock gigs. There's nobody there, but there's a whole fucking place full. And Trump called him out on Twitter, which is smart of him, bypassing the media, which is something the media hates. And, they sound photos for the rally and started totally stupid on their part. It's either lazy, stupid, or deliberately inaccurate, all of which are bad. I remember this one too. CNN falsely edited a video to make it appear Trump defiantly overfed fish of during a visit with the Japanese Prime Minister. Japanese Prime Minister actually led the way with defeating. Yeah, they were saying like, oh, Trump was not following protocol and he just dumped it in and was being an ape and an idiot. But actually, the Japanese Prime Minister did, and he followed suit. CNN falsely reported about Anthony Scaramucci's meeting with a Russian, but retracted it due to a significant breakdown in process. What the fuck does that mean? And they were forced to resign, finally. This is the only time they've ever been held accountable. And it was over fucking, that little story. But there's many other times that they should have been held accountable and fired for blatantly false things. Newsweek falsely reported that Polish First Lady Agata, well, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, did not shake hands with President Trump. And she fucking did. I've seen that done before, where they said stuff about not doing this or that. CNN falsely reported former Director FBI James Comey would dispute President Trump's claim that he is not under investigation. Yet this is the one I was mentioning about James Comey, where they totally lied. Sources tell CNN Comey to testify he never told Trump he was not under FBI investigation. Comey told Trump he was not under investigation. Oh my god. Totally wrong. Again, these anonymous sources claim this, have been wrong. And number 10, New York Times falsely claimed on the front page that Trump administration had a hidden climate report. They didn't. And last but not least, the Russian collusion. Yep, that Trump colluded with Russia. Total BS, no evidence so far. And it's fucking unbelievable. It really is. The smear job has been full on in. And as you can see from all this fake news, like we've seen even at local outlets, it's gone full on. But like I said earlier, that they're trying, all these mainstream media outlets, you've got to understand, they're in it for profit. That's what every business is in for, understandably. But their viewership's down, so that means their profits are down. So they're trying to get more views up. So they're going full on into the echo chambers, full on into this sensationalization and editorialization of everything. Everything's opinion, everything's about your bias to try to get more views out of people and to try to stay relevant and influential. They're trying really hard to do it, but they fucking can't. That's why they're shutting down InfoWars. That's why they're shutting down alternative media, because that is the future. That is what's gaining influence and taking away their audiences. And so they want to shut down things like this channel. We're probably next on the chopping block, so please stay subscribed if you haven't yet already. I don't know why you haven't at this point, especially if you've gotten to this point in this video. You should definitely subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this and to support alternative media and to fight the YouTube algorithms that are trying to silence us and shut us down, and to fight the fucking bullshit fake news mainstream media that we all hate. All the country hates, they're losing, they're dying. Now it's time to put them in their coffins and put them to bed and to move on to better reporting from honest and authentic people. I'll see you guys around. Stay classy and don't buy into the mainstream media fake news BS. They'll try to spin it any which way they can to bring you back, but don't give in.